There is something like a 97% long-term failure rate when it comes to clients of personal trainers and online trainers in the health and fitness space. The reason why is because most of these trainers or coaches do not focus on mindset, and it's either out of ignorance or negligence. We see over and over again that even if a person sees short-term progress, if their wiring doesn't change to enough of an extent, they are bound to fall off again in the future. Whether it's 1 month later or 1 year later or 3 years later, it happens over and over and over again. And so if you've seen progress with your fitness in the past, but maybe you've fallen off, maybe you've seen progress, fallen off, seen progress, fallen off, it's likely due to your mindset. And the reason why is because every result in our life is just a delayed result of our thoughts. Everything's a delayed result of our thoughts. And so it's your thinking that creates success or creates failure when it comes to your health and fitness, and again, anything else. It's how you think about sustainability. It's how you think about your gym routine. It's how you think when you fall off. It's how you think when you mess up. It's how you react to a setback. It's how you interpret certain challenges. The way that we think about something dictates our action and dictates our result. And so for people that make progress and then fall off, make progress, then fall off, some of the very common thought patterns to lead to them falling off over and over again is thinking, I missed 1 day, what's 2 days? Or I missed 1 week, what's 2 weeks? That leads to months, that leads to years. It's thinking, this particular strategy didn't work out for me, therefore health and fitness success isn't for me. It's thinking that, I don't feel like it, therefore I won't do it. Whereas the alternatives to that may sound like, I don't feel like it, I'm gonna do it anyways. I had this setback, watch me bounce back. I had 1 bad day or 1 bad week. I'm drawing a line in the sand right now and I'm getting back on track tomorrow. Everything stems from our thoughts. It stems from how we think. And so if you are not fit and you've fallen off over and over again, analyze your thought patterns that led to those actions. Because I just mentioned 3 out of 1,000. You will have a specific set of thought patterns that are empowering, and you'll have a specific set of thought patterns that are disempowering and holding you back. So it's important that you isolate which ones are holding you back. Where are your areas of opportunity with your mindset? To achieve any result that's great, whether it's in fitness or health or business or life, it's only 20% strategy or mechanics, and it's 80% psychology or mindset. It's how we think that dictates whether we succeed or not. And a lot of very high players suggest that it's not even 80-20. They suggest that it's 95-5. That 95% of what dictates the results you create is your thinking and your mindset, where it's only 5% strategy. Why is it that Google has the exact strategy, or that people are handed the exact strategy by a coach or a mentor, and some people succeed, some people don't? It's how they think, it's how they're wired. And so if you find yourself as a person who's received a strategy or has tried certain strategies, hasn't been able to maintain it, there could be sustainability related issues with the strategy. Like the strategy could be flawed. Like the 5% to the 20%, it still needs to work. It still needs to be effective. But assuming it is effective, which it is in most cases, the mindset is the main area of opportunity. And so again, now the focus is, in what way do you need to rewire yourself for success to actually execute the strategy and see success with it? This will be different from person A to person B to person C. And I can't tell you what your area of opportunity is specifically, because it changes person to person. But I just wanted to highlight this idea to you and point a spotlight on the fact that it may be your mindset that's really holding you back. And to ask yourself, to look yourself in the mirror and say, how do I think around health and fitness? Go back to the points where you fell off and say, what was my thought process in that time? What was my thought process right before I fell off? What was my process after a week after I fell off and then continued? Start to evaluate this, and these area of opportunities with your mindset will become pretty evident. And then I encourage you to draw a line in the sand right now and get back on track. And I'll even give you some empowering beliefs and mindset to inject yourself with right now that'll give you some psychological fuel to get back on track right now. Number 1, no matter how long you've messed up, whether you've been off track for a day or a month or a year or a decade, you have an opportunity in this present moment to get back on track. It's easy to let that downward momentum carry into the present and carry into the future. You don't have to let that happen. Draw a line in the sand, create momentum from scratch right now. Number 2, the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago. Second best time is right now. So again, it would have been more optimal to execute this entire time, but you can't change the past, you can only change the present. So just get that ball rolling again. Number 3, you don't have to go all or nothing. You don't have to commit to a crazy regimen and make a bunch of changes with your nutrition and with your fitness and with your lifestyle and with your habits. Pick 1 to 3 little things that you can just start doing immediately that'll move you in the right direction. Commit to a certain amount of water per day, or commit to 10-minute body weight workouts 5 times a week, right? Super simple. Commit to going to bed on time. Pick simple, feasible commitments that you know you'll be able to do no matter what, that will move the needle forward and start to move you in the right direction. And write these down. Like, a part of rewiring yourself is reinforcing the new empowering thought patterns and beliefs to yourself over and over and over and over again. And so don't just hear this once and hope it sticks. Write it down, reinforce it, read it each day. Say, I can draw a line in the sand right now. I can get back on track right now. I can commit to something feasible right now. Because if you don't rewire yourself, none of your results are going to change. So start to rewire yourself immediately, start to execute and back that new wiring up immediately as well.